McInerney at the front. Pressure being applied by Leonard. Ball comes out, chance for Rogers, gives it across, and now it's to Marshall. Marshall's kick is through, and the Tigers 1-1. Sturt yet to score.
Beautifully done, Rogers. Kept the body there, then the handball back is not a good one to French. Has allowed Whelan in, over to Craig, is good football all over, straight through the centre, 1 goal, 2, Sturt, 1 goal, 2. The score's squared away at about the 8-minute mark of the first term. McInerney on the edge of the square, long, down towards full forward, McVicker. So there's a superb mark, Robbie Walter. Beautiful pair of hands. Strong with his approach, eyes always on the ball, the strong pair of hands following, and a very nice mark from the full forward. He's about 40 metres out, 60-degree angle. 1 point the difference in favour of the Blues. Will this make 6 points the difference the other way? No, it will not.
Hill's kick, oh, not a good one. Could go out over the line, and will be a free to the Bays. It wasn't touched, and this is Copping. Steve Copping tucked in on that boundary line, scoreboard side here at the Glenelg Oval. A difficult shot. Will curl back a little. It's curled back beautifully for him, and that's a magical goal. Carey's there at that boundary throw in. Copping trying to work the ball out, gives it across to Rogers, and the snapshot. Rogers making a great opportunity there and slipping it through for the third goal to Glenelg. He joins Marshall and Copping, who booted the first two. Tigers back into attack over the half-forward spot. Well read by Copping. My word, he's having a wonderful season, Stephen Copping, and he started off well in this first quarter today. He's been instrumental in many fine forward moves and goals to the Tigers, and now on that half-forward left position, Copping has the chance to send this one right in. A couple of big, deep breaths and got himself all set now. 45 metres out. He's got the distance, he's got the accuracy. That's a wonderful kick, Steve Copping, his second goal. And the Tigers move away now to a 17-point advantage.
Back to where it came from. Low, Lahoo's got the chance, but McGarry gets in under the fall of the ball. And the youngster takes a nice mark and wins 15 metres for an infringement straight after the mark. So Robert McGarry playing at half-forward today against Mike Farquhar. 60-degree angle, as you can see, only about 20 metres out. Drops the ball awkwardly, but spears the centre. His first and the Blues second. Nasty one, a little bit of a scuffle. Snout McFarlane, who's had his nose broken quite a few times before, looks as if he's lining up for another.
Richard Hill, Sturt full-back to bring it back in from the back pocket position towards the grandstand side. Corns right up over the top, and that's a superb mark for Graham Corns. That's typical Cornsy fashion, right up over the tops of those packs, and wins the approval of the big crowd here today at Glenelg. Graham Corns playing his 250th game for the Tigers. Drop punt. Won't quite carry. Spills over the back of the pack and through. A very quick kick there, and through it goes. It was Robbie Walter, had gathered at the back to slip it through. Glenelg moving it around on this half-forward line. Play on the call, out to Hodgman. Hodgman into the full forward spot, and Walter, as he marked it just inside the line, Robbie Walter. And Walter now with a golden opportunity to put on his third goal, and the 8th for the Bays. He realises that this first quarter time almost gone. This is going to be a very important kick.
Look at him sneak meters, tried to really come out and increase the angle. Umpire Des Foster certainly knew that will make no difference, though. There's Robbie Walters third with a drop punt wide. Hardiman versus Rogers. Hardiman this time in a one-on-one situation has won. Pulled right out of position, down towards his half-forward position. Over the top French, beautiful mark. He's played well in that back pocket so far this season. Looks to play on, does so. The low, once again, all players kicking quite low. McVicker, very strong vice-like grip on that ball at half-back.
With Whelan there now on Coolman, but here's the kick wobbling down from Craig. Out comes Whelan, and Coolman not able to do very much about that, and Whelan's got right up in the middle of that pack to pull down a big one for Sturt. This should be their third goal. Whelan's only 20 metres out. They trail by 6 at the moment, so it's going to be an important kick for Ken Whelan. Stabs at it a bit and puts it through for the third goal. The first for Kenny Whelan in this game today. Marshall in the back pocket, sends the ball poorly. He was looking for McFarlane, but Zilm, the overhead mark, and Zilm slams it through. And that's a costly mistake by David Marshall, and Zilm had put it through for his first goal. That's the fourth for the Blues, and Dennis, they really needed that goal at this stage of the quarter. Into that half-forward line, but will be cleared away by Sturt with a chain of hand passes. They can clear it towards the outer side. Friedrichs is out there. He can go for a gallop. No pressure on this player. Friedrichs gets distance. It's a magnificent kick. He needs the accuracy. It's bounced beautifully for him, and that's a goal to the Blues, so they're coming back somewhat. That's the fifth. 5 goals, 8. Glenelg, 9 goals, 8. Over the top, Weston knocks it out for Hodgman. Hodgman's got to get the hand pass moving. Copping, danger man, and Copping has hit the post.
His target must be Pete Friedrichs or fine mark. Man from Lucendale really flying over the top. Kicks from the forward pocket, a nice looking left footer over the top again, Corns.
Now they're piling on the points in this third term as Hill once more. Corns over the top. Carey's there as well. 2 Tiger players disputing that, but Graham Corns is the man with the football at half-forward left. Corns, a little bit of a joke on there with the umpire at the moment, saying that it wasn't delivered back on the full correctly, but there's nothing in that as he spiral punts it downfield towards that left-forward pocket. Plenty of players there. Copping at the back, slams it through for Glenelg's 10th goal, and the Tigers open up a lead of 30 points, and that was good play once again by Stephen Copping.
But gets the handball over to Casey with a long drop punt. Flyer was Brand right at the front, but the youngster, the beautiful fly by Paul Hollis. Haven't seen much of him today. The chances that he's had, he's made the most of them, but just can't convert at the important end of the ground. Left-footed drop punt. I think is straight through the centre, and there's Paul Hollis's first goal.
Go with a spiral punt kick. He's latched onto this, but Corns at the back, and that's a superb mark again by Corns. And what a game he's having for his 250th today for the Tigers.
The screw punt. That's a nice-looking kick. Down towards full forward. Carey will be the danger player. Couldn't quite hold it. Robbie Walter can and kicks a magical goal over the top of the left shoulder. He has 4. Glenelg have 11.
Hill brings it for Hardiman. Still in the back pocket. Hardiman wants to go for a gallop and send it up in the direction of Reed, but chipping in here Weston. And Weston has it at centre wing for the Bays. And the Glenelg skipper can get them back in once again with this spiral punt kick. Walter, Carey, at the back McInerney, with him Leonard, but McInerney breaks clear. The open goal, and the 11th for the Bays. McInerney boots his first, and it's 12 goals, 18 now to Glenelg. Superb football by the Tigers. The 7 goals, 9 Sturt, and the Bays march away to a 39-point advantage 23 minutes into this third quarter.
Here's Paul Weston, a superb kicker of the ball from centre wing with an enormous screw punt. Watch this typical Rovers goal. Tap the ball in front, low to the ground, no opposition. Lahoo, well supported McInerney, Mike Armfield, here he is again, Holst and Long. Out of trouble, down towards his half-forward line. Hodgman thought he was having a rest there, the David and Goliath of the whole group. Kim Hodgman doesn't like it. The fickle finger of fate by Davies. He says he needs 15 metres. 2 state players pitted against one another, and the big ones won this one.
Yes, Rick Davies has got it. Still, but Sturt trail by 38 points as Davies goes to play on. This could come unstuck. Plenty of Glenelg players there, but it's Sanders with the football. He's taken on, caught, holding the ball. And Carey quickly on with a play for the Bays. Sends it into the middle of the ground. Weston's there. Takes it through half court. He's got distance. Will it carry? Is it straight? It's a minor score.
Well, Davies took the mark, and I think he was just rubbing salt in the wounds. He certainly did that against a very small rover and laid him out low after he'd got rid of the ball. I can't understand a man doing that. As he goes wide into the forward pocket, almost pulled down by Rogers, can't quite control it, and we'll see a throw in.
Yes, a 39-point lead to the Bays as we near the end of the third quarter. We've had about 28 minutes of play. 28 there is Richard Hill, 7 Walter. Here are the ruckman, McVicker and Hargraves. Over the top, it's McInerney. Danger here for the Blues again. And McInerney has put it through for the 13th goal to Glenelg. That's his second, and Peter McInerney just dragging himself up off the turf now. That's his second goal, and Glenelg away to a 45-point advantage late in this third quarter.
Looks as if he's got a kick on that ankle. Skillful balance, goes short. Hodgman across the half-forward line at the true half-forward spot, and this courageous little frame has won the plaudits of the crowd. Taken some pretty heavy treatment this term.
Both Glenelg Rovers in trouble at the moment. Hodgman, who's got the ball, and also McInerney.
Yes, small frame players tend to take an enormous amount of treatment. Only they finish running on courage, and that's the way to put the Salt in. Straight through the centre, and immediately congratulated by Rogers and Dave Marshall. Also Paul Weston and Carey. That shows the team spirit as the siren goes to end the third term. Glenelg winning that particular term and doing it well, 14-19 to Sturt 7-10.
Yes, only metres out from the Glenelg goal front, and Glenelg doing it on the bit. They've got this 50-point advantage. 2 or 3 minutes into the final quarter, comes out for Rover Hodgman, twisting and turning in that left forward pocket, slips it across for McFarlane, and again that's superb football by the Bays. McFarlane can line this up from about 45 metres out. He's just inside half forward, and a great chance here for the 15th goal. There's very little breeze here at Glenelg this afternoon. That's a wonderful kick from Johnny McFarlane, and the centre wingman gets into the goal-kicking act to post the 15th goal, and the Bays are away to a 56-point advantage. Hardiman from centre wing, the spiral punt kick wobbling into a crowded half-forward line for the Blues. Over the top, Graham Corns, and another superb mark. He's a great aerialist, this fellow.
Much admired by Tiger supporters. Obviously, coach John Halbert likes him as well. 6'3", first game, Corns again. This has been vintage Corns. He's found new life in those legs. Must be the fine country life that he's living.
Anderson at centre wing, pops it up to McVicker. Unable to complete the mark, but a whistle on play. Elbow in the back, free kick to Colin McVicker, and half forward left for the Tigers. And the big fellow can get them right back in business once more.
There was a fine example of players running in lines, and the Blues absolutely powerless to stop them. The short pass is on. Robbie Walter has taken the mark. He's kicked 4 goals. He kicked 3 in the first quarter, 1 in the third term, and has done just about everything right. Richard Hill has not played a bad game, by the way, at fullback. That's a fine kick. Is that his 5th? Yes. 5 goals to Robbie Walter. You can see the angle that he's on. A very difficult kick for this Blues half-forward. Nicely placed at the front of the goals. Drifting further across, it gives his full forward, though, a very acute angle to kick, having been sent around on about an 80-degree angle. The left footer shows the skill of the full forward, and Paul Hollis has posted his 2nd goal. Holst is ousted by McGarry. In comes Paul Bagshaw. The handball's good to Peter Friedrichs. He'll go wide to the forward pocket. Little Smith, that's a fine mark from a small player. He goes short to Graham Reid, and that's good football. Good positive movements made by those players. Reid has a chance to polish it off as it should be done. That's the way to do it, straight through the centre for the Blues. 9th goal, Graham Reid 2nd, 9-11 Sturt to 16-19 the Tigers.
The ball comes around in the direction of Smith and McFarlane, but it's cleared off the half-back line by Sanders. Then it comes to Davies. Davies through the half-forward spot. Gets the booze from the crowd right now as he sends it in towards the full-forward area. And now the Bronx cheer as it's a minor score to Rick Davies.
Running support again. Bradley's followed his own kick down and receives well, short across his half-forward line. And once again, the Tigers, with absolute purpose, move the ball across from their half-back down towards their half-forward line. Players running all over the place like ants in their forward zone as Phil Rogers goes long, down towards full forward. Hodgman, the danger player, picked up beautifully, and there's David Frost. There's the quick kick. There's his first goal, wins the plaudits of the crowd, and Glenelg go their merry way. That's where he kicks from, down towards the wing. Oh, Frost over the top, couldn't hold it. Hardiman, a weary-looking Hardiman kick too, that's close to the line, but Bagshaw's got the body under the ball, and Paul Bagshaw will kick from the space between the forward pocket and the half-forward flank. Pinches a few metres. That's experience. The screw punt. Reads his target over the top. Here he is, one of the tripartite that Malcolm was talking about in Holst.
Comes off the hands of players, slipping in Wilson, number 31. French to take him on. French steamrolls his own man out of the road there. Ball comes across, lined up there by Hollis, and Hollis puts it through for a goal to Sturt. That's their 10th, and Hollis boots his second, his third for the game. 29 minutes into this final term, a 49-point advantage. It's a big win coming up here for the Bays on their home ground this afternoon. Bagshaw, coolly around the pack, sends it in towards the full forward spot. Put a goal on the board, coming very late in the quarter off the boot of Captain Paul Bagshaw.
Great to see Studley Corns getting his 2 votes in his 250th game, and great marking there. I thought he'd lost a bit of that, but gee, yesterday he pulled down some screamers, and 3 votes to Paul Weston for best on ground.